Hey everybody, I am Kevin from the Recording Corner, and this is Does It Work? Now, this is where I take and you get the most, what I would say, non-polished audio channel. I mean, I've seen others, I think, that are worse, but I don't do any editing. I do zero editing. I cut this from start to end. You get, right now, what I'm doing. There's not going to be any kind of cuts or anything. It's straight through. And so you get the honest truth of what's going on with the stuff I test. Now, what do I test? I test audio plugins, I test DAWs, I test audio software, and then I let you know if it's revolutionary, if it works, if it's good, the bad, the ugly. Sometimes it crashes my computer, sometimes it breaks me in my mind because it can either be awesome or that bad. Anyway, that's what I do. Now, this is Matt Sassano, and I was just informed today, 8 weeks, #1 on the charts, the song Fuel. I mixed it right here in this studio, and it is going strong. It's doing good. And we just dropped his second single, which is Happy Family. And then I was told in May and June, he's going in to record 2 more, and it's going to be a cool journey. So that is awesome. Now, I wanted to talk to you guys really quick about something, and that is this. You see, in the music industry and the stuff that you do, there's going to be a ton of rejection. There's going to be a ton of disappointment. There's going to be some depression and some, just not feeling like you're up to par or can do this or whatever else. And I want you to know that all of us have experienced that thing. Where a door closes or somebody hears our mix and they just don't like it at all, and they think it's horrible or whatever else. And we get, or a record company that you're not good enough. Now, I want to bring to memory to you guys that both U2 and the Beatles were both told that they were not good enough and that nobody would ever listen to their music, and they became superstars. See, here's the point that I'm trying to make to you, and listen to my heart on this. Do not give up. That would be a waste. You've put this time and effort in. Listen, there are people who are going to like your art. There are going to be people who are going to like your mix. There are people, and you're growing as well. You cannot beat yourself up all the time. You just have to get better and better and better and prove those people wrong. When I was in middle school, my teacher at the time told me I was going to end up in prison like my brothers ended up in prison, and that my life was not going to amount to anything. And that really stuck with me, even to this day. That was 6th grade. And that was quite a few years off. And if I would have listened to that and that negativity in my life, I would never be here. And I probably would be in prison. And I would never have done what I've done. I had to take what people said and just realize that some people can be just real jerks. The world is just full of people like that. And in this industry in general, there's a lot of competition. So sometimes you'll be putting out a fire mix and somebody's just going to say something about it and try to, tell you that it's not any good. You could be the best singer. Somebody's going to have an opinion that you're not the best singer. And social media has created a lot of keyboard warriors that can just say a lot of stuff. And that negativity's just got to go. We're in a brotherhood and sisterhood. And this thing that we're doing is we learn together and we move together and we learn together and we grow together. And as we learn, we share the knowledge. And that's what I hope that I'm doing here, is sharing that knowledge with you guys. And that's all I want to do. At the end of the day, if you can take at least 1 or 2 things out of these videos, or go and buy the software because it looks awesome and it did something great, and make something amazing out of it, then my job is done and I'm happy. And so I want all of you who are watching this to succeed. And I want all of you to not quit. And I want all of you just to keep forging ahead. We do music because we love it. We don't, you may say, well, I want to do it for money. That comes with the love. If you love it and you're passionate about it and you learn everything there is, just inside and out, become a master at what you do, all that other stuff follows. Trust me on this, okay? I just want the best for you. So let's go to what we're going to talk about today. And you may say to me, why do you cover a lot of vocal plugins? Because I do sometimes a lot of vocal plugins or cool effects that are kind of out there. Well, I want to do stuff that's kind of off the radar. Now, I want to bring up something really cool. I got my Dangerous Music D-Box Plus back so I can control it with my iPhone now. It went out for repair. It had a power issue, and I just love their stuff. And it's my monitor control system, and I am so happy with it. So, at any rate, we're going to do today Nuro audio, and this is called the Xvox Pro. Now, when you pull it up, the Xbox, I want to say Xbox. I love Xbox too. I love video gaming, but that is not an Xbox. This is the Xvox Pro. And when you pull it up, this is what you see. And the first thing you'll see is there a dynamic section here. Whew, that could have come out bad just now. On and off. Tone. Space. Sound effects. And it looks like they can all be turned on and off. All bypass. Wow, that just like blanked out the entire screen. Hello, TV back on. Okay, we're good. And I like the colors. I really actually like the colors. You know, this is a really cool looking interface, and part of me is like, is this gimmicky? Can you move this? I'm looking, I can't move these over. Wish I could move these over. Can I also, Dangerous, or Xvox Pro? Oh yeah, I can make it bigger. I can make it smaller. If you guys want to have fun today, let's just leave it there for me so I can't see a thing. I'm just going to go with a large, what's default? Well, let's go default. That's cool. That will work. Because these are very clear. I can actually, this is probably one of the cleanest interfaces. It's really awesome. So I don't know anything really about this company except I like the design, and it looks like some love was taken on this. Let's come up to here. This bubble. What is this? And nothing happens. Click. Okay. Tooltips. Toggle. So when it's on, you can hover. Oh, I love you guys already. Look at that. SFX amount, which this looks like it's a widener. Oh, whoa. Hey, this is cool already. Looks like oh yeah, dynamic section over here, and EQ and reverbs and delays with ducking, by the way. And so we're going to try this out. For the moment, I'm just going to take this off. And if I need the tooltips, I'll put them back on. I like that I have the ability to do that as well. We're going to take this song right here that a lot of you are familiar with. Right here. I won't let this keep me low. Just in case you're trying to watch me trying to spy. So already you'll see that as this is playing, you'll see this right here going on, right? Right here, all this right here. Just in case you're trying to watch me trying to spy. The gate looks like it's off. Gotta keep all my emotions. This is nice. I mean, this is clean, this interface. So first of all, let's say how impressed I am with just the cleanliness of the interface. And second of all, it doesn't really seem to be taxing my system with all this stuff. Maybe it will as I go. So it's on this default. There's nothing going on, but you can actually see the waveform and the audio coming through the plugin. It looks like literally it's coming this way, obviously, through. And let's pull this down. And let's go modern clean lead. Let's start there. And let's hear it with and without. Let's go without first. This is without. I won't shed tears for your love. So nothing happening. Let this keep me low. Just in case you're trying to watch me trying to spy. Gotta keep all my emotions. And now with. I won't shed tears for your love. I won't let this keep me low. Just in case you're trying to watch me trying to spy. Gotta keep all my emotions in the sky. I won't shed tears for your love. I won't let this keep me low. Just in case you're trying. So immediately you can hear it get, clean because of what's going on with the EQ and the bump up and the clarity frequency up here. Sorry, doing that. What's this tone thing on? Clear, vintage, New York City. What? Wow, that's kind of a crazy bump. And yeah, hey guys, you know what's cool? Look at this up here. This icon is like a API EQ like button. That's kind of interesting because this is such a high-tech looking interface, and they've got this old school button. That's pretty cool. Shaper, which looks like it. I don't know what that is. It looks like a USB stick that's flying on a flying saucer. This is a vintage, maybe this is like a Nave or something, but it also looks like a bolt that can go on my car wheel. This is, you know, almost like a Chandler kind of flip switch. And then this cool thing, which is like two UFOs doing maneuvers or something. I don't know. Space is cool over here. Let's go back. So immediately I want to address, why are you doing a lot of things on vocals a lot of times? Well, it's because it's as simple as this, everybody. Your vocal, if you're doing pop music, rock music, anything that has a vocal piece to it, not instrumental, nothing about instrumental, your number one storyteller within that song is your vocal. It has to be listened to. It has to be clear. The words have to come through. And I think the problem a lot of times in the 80s, and I'm, you know, kind of knocking my generation a little bit, was that the vocals were really buried into the mix. And sometimes it was hard to, you know, make out what was going on within the songs and within the music. And as things have gotten better, you know, the vocals have become, you know, dominating along with kind of drums and vocals are kind of where it's at with the instruments too. But I'm saying, like, you guys know, like, drum tones have taken a big, since like the Nirvana album 90 all the way up through, they've taken kind of a center stage in tone and quality, and everybody just runs after that really good drum sound. And the other part is vocal sound and clarity and hearing the words. It tells the story of the song. So that's why I'm spending a lot of time on vocals. It is literally paramount that the vocals come through well. I won't shed tears for your love. Now over here, you can already see like the gain reduction on the compressor is hammering pretty good. About 12. Let's take this off a little bit. Just in case you're trying to watch me trying to spy. So I can dial in the coloring on this by actually clicking and going up or down. Now I can probably do the same thing on the focus. Now and that's on, actually the focus is the de-esser, and this is telling me that it's starting to de-ess at 4.8 kilohertz, which is right here. So let's see if we can de-ess this. I won't shed tears for your love. Oh yeah, we can de-ess that. Let this keep me low. Just in case you're trying to watch me trying to spy. Gotta keep all my emotions in disguise. So that's pretty cool already, and I backed off some of the compression. So on these ones, it's an Opto FET, and I'm going to do a deep dive on the different kind of compressors. Not today. Let's go to smooth. I won't shed tears for your love. I won't let this keep me low. Just in case you're trying. It sounds good. Like, this section already sounds really good. Let's go to VCA and FET. Once again, that's kind of like the API insignia up here. I won't shed tears for your love. I won't let this keep me low. Just in case you're trying to watch me trying to spy. Off. Gotta keep all my emotions in disguise. So you can hear what this dynamics area is doing in the section on that is doing. And it's really doing a lot. That's the solo. That's pretty cool too. So you can solo each of the areas. Nuro Audio seems to have a lot of cool little features. I also think this dials in maybe you know what? Hey, I got a flyover. What does this do? Adjust the output gain. So I can actually individually adjust the output gain coming across this bus here within this plugin. All right, let's go to tone next. I won't shed tears for your love. I won't let Can I move this? Keep me low. Oh yeah. Just in case you're trying to watch me trying to spy. Gotta keep all my emotions. Can I adjust the Q? That's the thing. The Q is how narrow or wide the actual EQ is. So like here, is there a way to adjust the focus frequency? But I don't know if it's giving me a cue. I would have to look that up, but if there's no cue function on here, that's a little disappointing. But let's go up to the air frequency.
I won't shed tears for your love. I won't let this keep me low.
Little goes a long way, huh?
Just in case you're trying to watch me trying to spy. Gotta keep all my emotions in disguise. I won't shed tears in the night. I won't let them see me cry. Just in case there's someone watching out for you. Gotta hide it, I won't cry under the moon.
So really, what I'm seeing on here is kind of a basic tone shaping EQ on the voice, but still pretty cool. You can pull out some of the air frequencies here. I like how it's coloring it way out as it goes out, and a little bit goes a long way. If you oversaturate that, you're just going to have to really de-ess it, and you're kind of fighting yourself. So just a little bit for that really nice air up in the vocal. And then down here, I don't know what I can do down here. Oh, you can turn the analyzer on and off.
I won't shed tears for your love.
Okay.
I won't let this.
That's pretty cool. All right. Now the next section that we go across to is the space. And so space, plate, vibrant, digital, room, chamber, short plate, crystal, bright, and infiniverb, which sounds so cool that I'm going to try it.
I won't shed tears for your love. I won't let this keep me low. Just in case you're trying to watch me trying to spy. Gotta keep all my emotions in disguise.
It's a really nice sounding verb. You guys agree with that? That sounds really good. Okay. Honest confession time. I thought when I saw all of these things packed into this plugin that number one, it was going to hammer my resources and it was going to freeze a lot. It has not done that. And the second thing I thought, well, there's no way that a reverb's going to sound good. And within like this kind of setup, like, I know there's channel strips and a lot of different things. They sound good, but guys, I got to say, I thought it was going to be kind of a chintzy sounding reverb, and it's not. It sounds really decent.
I won't shed tears for your love. I won't let this keep me low. Just in case you're trying to watch me trying to spy. Gotta keep all my emotions in disguise. I won't shed tears in the night. I won't let them.
Man, there are some cool effects going on up here.
I won't shed tears for your love.
That's definitely a short plate.
Keep me low. Just in case you're trying to watch me trying to spy. Gotta keep all my emotions in this
chamber. And yeah, and I can adjust the timing down here. So we could go up. Let's go infiniverb and see how far we can pull. 6 seconds. So we have a 6-second reverb tail.
I won't shed tears for your love.
Lana Del Rey, anybody? There you have it. One button. Let's do this verb duck. I don't know what that's doing.
I won't shed tears for your love. I won't let
I can hear it. Guys, can you hear this?
Just in case you're trying to watch me trying to spy. Got it.
So when the vocals come in, the verb gets ducked under, and then when the vocals cease, the verb comes up, and you get the tail, and you can dial the taste. So in other words, you don't have to wash out your entire vocal with reverb. You can actually have your vocal be drier coming in, and then your reverb just kind of coming in at the end, or just ducked underneath a little bit while the vocal's singing. That's a cool feature. Oh, wow. Okay, let's try this delay.
I won't shed tears for your love. I won't let this keep me low.
I'm gonna do the ducking.
You're trying to watch me trying to spy. Gotta keep all my emotions in disguise. I won't shed tears in the night.
Okay, so I've got my first AE message, and that's probably because as we're getting the time-based effects, it's using a little bit more resources and so on. And I was actually running a lot of stuff prior to doing this video, and I really heated my computer up, so that's probably part of the issue as well. Now, let's come down to, I want to hear What's the digital reverb sound like?
I won't shed tears for your love. I won't let this keep me low. Just in case you're trying to watch me trying to spy. Gotta keep all my emotions.
Okay, so down here, what I like, it looks like, okay, yeah, there's like kind of more up the center, like a mono. Hang on, we'll go over with our bubble. Yeah, there we go. So click that icon to toggle the mode between ping pong and mono delay. So this gets us between the speakers, and then this gets us more up the center. Let's hear that.
I won't shed tears for your love. I won't let this keep me low. Just in case you're trying to watch me trying to spy. Gotta keep all my emotions in disguise.
So yeah, that's right up the center, like right here, dead in the middle of what I'm hearing. Now let's ping pong it and let's hear it.
I won't shed tears for your love.
Yo, like a yo-yo. It's going between the two. So that's, going between the two speakers, adding movement. And let me see. So the rate, yeah. Okay, so same thing. If you scroll up and down, you can change your delay rate. Now there's two things on here that I think that that they would need down the line. Now here you have the ability to add or subtract or equal, it looks like, between the two. So it says adjust the color of the space module by making the reverb and delay brighter or dark. Oh, okay. So this is just a brighter, darker. That's weird. So how do we control the level? Oh yeah. All right. So, all right. So these are the levels, but I wouldn't mind seeing these maybe split out a little bit to where you can, here would be a good feature. If you could take your reverb and delay and have the ability to link or unlink those and then be able to adjust what you want to on these individually, right? So in other words, on your delay, there's no like feedback that I can see. There's no, they're just very, these are kind of simple effects. They sound great, but they're simple. So maybe a little more control over the settings that you normally have with reverb and delay, but I'm not knocking this. It actually sounds good as is. And for certain situations and different things, if it sounds good, use it. I'm not complaining. It's not a bad sound at all. Let's hear vibrant.
I won't shed tears for your love. I won't let this keep me low. Just in case you're trying to watch me trying to spy. Gotta keep all my emotions in disguise. I won't shed tears in the night. I won't let them see me cry.
And that's the other thing that I'm asking too, I think, on this is the plugin automatically going to the tempo of the song, or is it just kind of choosing its own tempo? I would imagine it's tempo synced. If I had to, I would have to read into this, but this is kind of a mystery. There's some things that are just bothering me right here that are missing on this module, but it's not, like I said, it's not bad. It sounds good. What's the next one down on this? Plate verb. Let's hear that.
I won't shed tears for your love. I won't let.
So the reverbs are really good sounding. And maybe the whole point to this was if they went into all those other features that are really could have hammered the CPU or something. But really, if you're going to do a, something like Xvox Pro, like they're saying, maybe a little bit more pro control. And I'm just trying to see if I can update. I'm just seeing if there's any weird, like kind of crazy buttons that you can click. You can go, oh, wait. Oh, no, these are just options. So you can do engage high pass, low pass filters on this effect up here. Let's go to the SFX next.
I won't shed tears for your love.
Ooh, hello.
Let this keep me low. Just in case
Nice.
you're trying to watch me trying to spy. Gotta keep all my emotions in disguise. I won't shed tears in the night. I won't let them see me cry. Just in case there's someone watching out for you. Gotta hide it, I won't cry under the moon.
And with. Okay. So that widener is a widener. That really worked.
I won't shed tears for your love.
Okay, let's go up to the next one. Tape saturation.
I won't shed tears for your love. I won't let this keep me low.
So it is giving us the saturation. It's very subtle. Listen with it on.
I won't shed tears for your love.
Without.
I won't let this keep me low.
And now with.
Just in case you're trying to watch me trying to spy.
So you do get the saturation in there a little bit. It's just got a little bit of a harmonic distortion on it. Mega mod. What is mega mod?
I won't shed tears for your
It's like the megalodon of sound effects.
Let this keep me low. Just in case you're trying to watch me trying to spy.
I could hear that on some crazy transitions, and just to maybe at the end of like a chorus to really bring and draw your ear back into the song. Let's go up to the next thing. Visor. Pew, 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 pew.
I won't shed tears for your love.
That's a phaser.
I won't let this keep me low. Just in case you're trying to.
And it's really going it's really saying hello stereo system. It's playing the stereo field really nice. Here we go. Unison.
I won't shed tears for your love. I won't let this keep.
So once again, there's okay. I think I've seen enough on this to kind of give my opinion. I want to do one more thing, and I think the next thing I just want to do is I want to see what this gate does.
I won't shed tears for your love. I won't let this keep me.
Okay.
I won't shed tears for your love. I won't let.
So the gate works. Once again, it's like a set all kind of gate. There's not a lot of adjustments on this to make. Same thing with the compressor. The compressor says adjust the tonal color, but it doesn't tell you what compression it's using. Is it 2-to-1? Is it 4-to-1? Is it 20-to-1? Is all this. So what I'm seeing on this, let me come back and talk to all your beautiful faces. This is where I'm at on this plugin. This plugin sounds really good. It's a really good sounding plugin. The issue that I'm having with it that I think is kind of maybe derailing me a little bit on using this in a production type setting where I'm going to be mixing an album is that there's not enough control for me as an engineer on this plugin, but it sounds gorgeous. So I don't think they should have called this the Xvox Pro. I think they should have called this the Xvox, and then down the line released one where it had more feature sets that you could actually adjust, like stuff on the sound effects, timings, sync, not sync, link to the stereo field, not linked, the reverb. I mean, I would love to be able to see on the reverbs and delays a lot more control over feedback features and things like that. On that EQ part, I would love to be able to see. Hang on, I didn't even go up the side on this one. Clear. Oh, they're pretty much the same. So on the EQ, could we have more control over the actual Q bands going in there so we could actually maybe just bump a little bit and maybe cut a little bit? That would help out a lot. And then on those dynamics, the same thing. What are the ratios? What's on the, I know I can take the de-esser and change the frequency of the de-esser, but I can't do much more than that. And the gate is like a set gate as well. You kind of get what you get. So they're like, it's kind of like when you go to McDonald's and you order a number 5 and you get what you get. I mean, it's kind of like that with this plugin. I'm not slamming this company on any level because this is really a nice sounding plugin, but I think they could do more. And I think for the price of this plugin, it's a little overpriced for feature set, though I really like it. Okay. So where would I use this plugin then if I wasn't going to use it in my pro audio mixes. I would never have used this for Matt, by the way, for anything I mixed with Matt. It just would not do the job. Matt requires, for me, a special vocal chain to be able to get him to sound and sit the right way. I would use this plugin probably, you ready for this, on a live stream church service. You heard me right. Why is that? Because it's simple enough for a church volunteer to use and understand without having to push all the buttons and then really mess up the plugin. See what I'm saying? It's that basic. It sounds great and it's really good for that kind of thing. I would never have tagged the Pro line on the end of this plugin on any stretch. I just would have called it the Xvox, left it at that, released the Xvox Pro with a lot more feature set for more pro engineers that want more control over the channel strip. I think that's what they call this. I like the clean interface. I thought that was good, but it has some issues. So that's kind of where I'm at. I would use it on live stream in a church kind of setting where my volunteers are not pro audio guys, that you can get a decent sounding vocal without having to understand all the feature sets. And it's also a good jumping off point for like the volunteer kind of people, or if you're new to mixing, it's a good jumping off point to start learning, what each of those things kind of does within this realm, like the gate and the delays and all that. So that's what I'm going to say about it. I would say if I had to rank this, I would probably give it about a 3 wrench ranking, just because of the simplicity of it and the price. I think it is. Once again, I think that it's overpriced. It needs more features, but I also think that there's a tremendous amount of potential in this plugin, and I also think there is a time and a place to be able to use it. So I hope that helped all you guys out. Y'all know this. Like, subscribe, get your friends on. Let's have a party over here. And man, once again, do not give up. Keep pushing forward. Learn your craft, and you're going to really do great stuff. I promise you that. And I'll see y'all in the flippity flip on the next video.